Flosstube, I'm Kelly. Welcome to my channel, Animal Instinct. You can find me on Instagram at animal_stitches. Today is Saturday the 30th of November and it's the last day before summer starts here in Australia. You wouldn't know it today because it's quite gloomy out there. I hope the lighting is okay because it was really dark just a few minutes ago. I'm actually wearing Ugg boots. It was pouring with rain with grey skies, so who knows what's going on. This is my third Flosstube video and I'm pretty happy that I've made it to 3 because I feel like if I can do 3 I can keep this up, and I do enjoy the process even though it's still a bit weird and awkward. But thank you to the people who've watched and liked it and commented. It's really encouraging me to keep going. So I clearly am still a newbie because I have notes that I need to refer to. Sorry about that. Today's video is mainly going to be about my experience at the Mittagong Stitchers Retreat last weekend. I'll show you the goodies that we got, what I worked on and what I bought. And I was looking back in my notes. I haven't really stitched on a whole lot other than the things I took to the retreat in the last fortnight. So there's not a whole lot extra to show you. But I had the most wonderful time. Didn't really know many people. There are a couple of people there that I knew from when I lived in Canberra and went to the regular Stitchy catch-ups. But other than that, all new people. I had a great group of housemates. We did not know each other, but we are now good friends. I don't really want to mention lots of names because I don't want to accidentally forget anyone, but certainly my housemates, Amanda, Taryn and Carly, thank you so much. Had so much fun with you. And funnily enough, people actually mistook Amanda and I as sisters, even though we'd only met the morning of when we met at the airport to get the hire car to drive to the retreat. So there you go. Thank you so much to Mitch Stitch, Michelle and Kerry, the creative curator, for organising such a fun, inclusive, warm, friendly event. It was really good, and I didn't speak to anyone who wasn't really excited about coming back again next year. So I think that's a sign that you did well, guys. Thank you so much. What else? Oh, it was just so nice. I think there are about 45 people there. It was really nice to meet people in person that you've connected to on Instagram, social media, and Flosstube. And it was also a little bit surreal to meet people who said that they'd actually seen you on Flosstube. So I now have a big list of Aussie Flosstubers to watch. So they'll keep me busy for a while to go. Right. Lots of other people have done recaps. I'm not going to show every single little thing that I got. But if you search for Mittagong on Flosstube, I'm sure you'll see some great recaps. There's some really fun ones, especially Michelle, Mitch Stitch. If you can handle a dog drooling, her video is very funny. All right, so we got to the retreat at the Mittagong Country Women's Association Hall, and we were given these beautiful bags. Death Before D-Stash, kindly donated by Ryan at Wild Violet Cross Stitch. Thank you, Ryan, they are fantastic. And then to go with them, Kerry, the creative curator, had made these matching zipper pulls, complete with the year, the black and the gold to match the bag, and the embroidery scissors. How fantastic is that? So I love this. These will get lots of use. I'm just going to show a selection of things in the bag. I won't go through everything, but seriously, we were so lucky. I've never been to a retreat before, so I don't really know what to expect in the bags and gifts that you get, but I have a feeling that we were terribly spoilt. And if I go to other retreats, I might be a little disappointed. Right, where do I even start? Okay. Liz at Cranky Stitch donated 2 needle minders to everyone, all different ones. So they're the 2 that I got. They will definitely go into use shortly. Christy, the stitching mum of 2 monsters, has a Facebook group, Once Upon a Needleminder. And she donated counting pins to everyone, 2 counting pins to everyone who attended. How amazing are they? I've already used them. Thank you, Christy. It was so great to meet you. Jay's X Stitch. I'm not sure if it's X Stitch or Cross Stitch, but anyway, it's definitely, the business name is Jay's X Stitch on Etsy. She and her daughter Jem were there, and they kindly donated 2 skeins of floss from their range. They are dyeing things, with the exception of one of them, they're dyeing things with all natural products. So they're beautiful. I was going to say muted, but there's a mustard fabric I don't have, but it's really vivid yellow. It's beautiful, but a really interesting colours, interesting range, and great to have an Aussie business to support. So the first thing that I received was this silk, and it's in the colourway Raspberry. It's very pretty and very soft. And then this clearly isn't naturally dyed. It says that it's hand painted cotton thread, and it's beautiful. Look how vivid this is. So nice. Thank you so much, Jay and Jem. It was great to meet you, and I'm sure I'll probably be sending some more of my money your way. I have some of their fabrics to show in a minute. Then we got 2 skeins of colour streams. So colourstreams.com.au. It says this is a new thread, Cotto strand, 6 stranded cotton, being released early 2020, and 2 really great colours. So another Aussie company to support. Then we got the Mittagong Stitchers Retreat logo as a pattern. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a gum leaf and a gum nut. And Lisa from Shady Trees Stitches actually started and finished it at the retreat. So check out her Flosstube and you can see the finished product. But with it also, we were kindly given some linen. And this beautiful Silks For You skein that was dyed especially for the retreat. It's Aussie bush colours, the soft greens, pinks and browns that you do see on a gum tree. The gum blossoms, the branches and the leaves. It's so nice. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but I'll find something special. And then another Aussie themed pattern is so cute. It's Gorgeous Gum Nuts by Fuzzy Fox Designs. Look at them. So it's a gum nut and a gum blossom. Love it. I definitely need to stitch that. Then there was a whole range of other patterns donated by American designers. So thank you so much to everyone who donated to the bag. It was so much fun going through and seeing all the goodies. My favourite pattern, and I would say a lot of people's favourites, was this Koala Biscornu by Wild Violet Cross Stitch. How fantastic is that? So you've got the 4 koalas, and then you've got the gum leaves with the blossom underneath. And we were all talking about doing a sale at the retreat. I got home and just couldn't wait, so I've started. You can find, if you look up on Instagram, Koala Biscornu sale, there's a whole range of people starting. We'd love anyone to join in. And I believe Ryan at Wild Violet Cross Stitch will be releasing this pattern, so go find her and subscribe to her newsletter to find out when she'll be releasing it. I have a really croaky voice, and I mean, I've been back for almost a week, but I don't know if it's from that or if I'm not well, but anyway, sorry for the croakiness. I have made a start on this and I'll show you in just a bit. So how amazing is that bag? Oh my gosh, so much goodness in there. Okay, so moving on to some purchases I made at the retreat. It was in the little CWA hall, and so they set up a shop in the kitchen. So you'd go for a little wander to the kitchen, and at one point, Gail Phillips on Flosstube, hi Gail, she brought in yummy food, homemade cakes and brownies and things like that each day. And one day I went in to try the brownies and I completely forgot because I got so sidetracked by all the products. I think I bought some fabric and I came and sat down. I'd completely forgotten to try the brownie. But it was lots of fun. There was all sorts of great stuff in there. So really croaky. Kerry, the creative curator, makes that beautiful chainmail, the scissor fobs and the zipper pulls. And I'd ordered a few from her beforehand, plus she had more on display. And it was really interesting because she was actually creating them there and then based on people's requests. So it was great to watch her at work, Kerry, and I highly recommend her products. You can find her on Etsy. So this is a little zipper pull I bought with a mermaid charm on it. It's just so unique and beautiful. Thank you, Kerry. And I also got a scissor fob. I feel like I need to buy like fancy scissors because these are pretty plain scissors with such a beautiful fob. So it's got teal and purple beads contained within the silver rings. And then the little charm says cat person. It's me. Oh my gosh, there is so much here. Okay, let's just move on to Jay's cross stitch, Jay's X stitch, and her fabric. I purchased 2 pieces, so I have, the first one is a retreat special, so I'm not sure what she used, but it's a 32 count even weave. So again, find her on Etsy, and it's really pretty. It's sort of a subtle, I guess, greyish, mauve-ish colour. How nice is that? And then I also got a 36 count linen in the colourway Mulberries. Oops. Okay, this is a bit more vivid, but just, oh, it's great. Love it. Look at that. I also bought a piece of 32 count even weave in this colourway, and I stitched something at the retreat there using some silks that I bought at the retreat, but I can't show you that pattern just yet. And then on the last day, she came in with these little grab bags, 5 fabric pieces for mini projects, so $3 a bag, and you got a selection of different fabrics and different colours. So I got a couple. On one of the days, Crafty Like a Fox came and set up. She was really popular. Her things sold out really quickly. I think I was maybe 3rd in line and I missed out on a couple of things that I had my eye on. And it's just funny because if you happen to watch my last video, I mentioned Australian modern bird designs. Well, she's got a great fun galah pattern. What a galah. And to go with it, squawkers. some sulphur crested cockatoos. And then I also got from her this little kit. It's a little do-it-yourself ornament kit, Vlad the Vampire Bat. It's a little wooden ornament with holes to decorate as you wish. Now in here, you get really detailed instructions. So if you're new to cross stitch, it tells you everything you need to know. Oh, and it's got suggestions for decorating him as well. And then it's just so really beautifully packaged. You get a little cardboard envelope with a needle, a really cute thread card with some floss, and on the back it's actually a fox. It's got space for 10 things. So once I'm done with him, that will go into my rotation. I'll find stuff to use on that. And then also there's some twine and some rings to fully finish him off. So I thought that was really fun. Okay. And then I bought, so Silks For You were there, Joe and Jamie, and they had their whole range. Everyone was sort of going around just almost drooling at all the beautiful silks. They also had their whole range on rings, so you could just take a ring and have a look and sort of think about the various options that you might like to purchase. They had hanks, they had half hanks, they had skeins, they had everything. They were very popular. I bought 2 skeins of this really beautiful variegated silk. No idea what I'm going to do with it. It's PR 140. And then they also had other things for sale, and I got a project bag. Very pretty project bag. And it's really nifty is there's a pocket inside. A pocket within. So that's great. Thank you guys. And there's more. I mentioned I stayed with Taryn. So she's Taryn of Teaser Handmaids on Facebook, t.zir handmaids. And she makes beautiful fabric products, bags of all sorts, grime guards, you name it, she can make it for you. And if she doesn't have it already made, you can she'll custom make things for you. So I bought a Game of Thrones project bag. It's really, really well made. So I would highly recommend her products, and she's a great person. As other people have described her, she's a little tornado, she's full of energy, and she's lots of fun and clearly very talented. Thanks, Taryn. Taryn brought along the retreat mascot for the weekend, a little hare named Bobby Tato. He was very cute. What else? Okay, so Patchy Pony Stitcher Mel made these little hearts. They're enough for everyone to take one. They're little felt hearts. She talks about them on her Flosstube, so go find her if you're interested. But it's a really kind idea. You take a heart, you pop it in your pocket, and if you come across someone who needs a bit of love, you pass on the love. So very sweet. Thank you so much. Some other things almost to the end of the stuff I got at the retreat. We played bingo every day. Silks For You ran bingo, and they had some great prizes, and I was lucky enough to win one day, and I won 10 skeins of silk. Some of them are in a mess because I've already used them, but, oops, oh my gosh, I really need to tidy up the ones I've already broken into. But these are the ones that are still intact. So nice, so nice. And then, haven't actually used that, but I was planning to use it. It's a beautiful maroon. It's not quite as bright as it's showing. It's a darker maroon. And there are a couple of pieces of fabric going around that people were stitching their names on for Michelle and Kerry. And so I used this just to backstitch my name. Wasn't really that interesting. And then I stitched a little paw. I stitched a little paw print in this one. If I can find the photo and pop it in, I'll pop it in here. Otherwise, it's really not that interesting. It's my name and a paw print. And then the final skein I have used more of. Don't know if it's going to show up really well. But it's sort of a brown and rusty maroon variegated. It's beautiful, and that's what I stitched. That piece that I mentioned that I bought on the Mulberry, Jay's X Stitch Even Weave. So silks for days. I was good and I didn't buy any big chunks of silk because I don't really have anything in mind for it. But they're all really well priced as well. Okay. Smalls exchange. So I donated my piece for the Smalls exchange, the little cushion, Queen of the Needle. That was really well received. And I was lucky enough to win, or receive, I guess, Jenny from Shady Tree Stitches piece. And it's this really beautiful Christmas ornament. Oops, I think it's a Mill Hill kit. Really beautifully put together, impeccable stitching and finishing. It's just lovely. Thank you so much, Jenny. Oh, Jemima says thank you too. I don't know if you heard that. And she also included this clear ornament that you can open up, and I'm going to fill it with my Watts. So thank you, Jenny. The Smalls exchange was a lot of fun. The pieces that everyone stitched were just beautiful. If I can put a picture in, I think I took a photo after we opened them all. We all put them on the table so we could sort of ooh and ah over everyone's pieces. So yeah, over the course of three days, I guess it was, there was a lot of stitching, chatting, laughing. We had dinners together. We had some drinks back at the hall and stitched late into the night. We found cross-stitch stubby coolers at Dan Murphy's. So anyone in Australia, it's not really cross-stitch, but it's close enough. A few of us bought these just for fun. Okay. That's better. Right, I'm going to go on to whips now. So thanks for hanging in there. I stitched on 4 different things at the retreat. Firstly, I started Heartstring Sampleries, the cat sampler. Doing it on 40 count something from Picture This Plus. Sorry, I forgot to write it down. And I'm doing it 1 strand over 2 in the called for flosses. And I've made a bit of a start. Having fun with it so far. I didn't get loads of stitching done. There was a lot of talking and checking out other people's projects. So that's okay though, that's fine. The next piece I worked on, I haven't shown before. It's a Gecko Rouge piece. I love the name of it. It's really cute. The design's cute, but the name grabs you too. It's Mugshot of a Cat Felon Arrested While Attempting a New York Bank Heist. It's by Tanya's Charming Creatures. I think she's Tanya Bond. And this is him. He looks so guilty. I had made a really small start on him before the retreat, maybe over a year ago. I think I'd done the little squishy bit on his nose. But at the retreat, I was really focused on trying to finish one of his eyes. So, very cute. And then back to the Koala biscornu. I have made a start on it. Oh, that's a heavy box. This is my start. We have one upside down koala. He's not quite finished, but almost. I'm stitching him on a Jodie Redesigns 18 count Ada. I think the colorway was Warlock. It was one of the monthly fabrics. But he's looking great. So almost done one. I've still got 3 to go. Kerry and Gail at the retreat have led me down the rabbit hole that is biscornus. I've never made one before, but I'm in love with them. I have a few ordered on the way. Yeah, they're just fun, and it looks like an achievable thing to fully finish off, and a great little display piece as well. So thank you both, Gail and Kerry, for giving us tutorials on how to finish them, how to stitch them together. That was really, really helpful. You can watch things on YouTube and you know, read instructions, but having someone right in front of you showing you what to do, that made all the difference. And also Gail was talking to me about filling them. So you can fill them with the polyfill, or if you want something with a little bit more heft, you can use ground walnut shells. But when you look for them online, they're really expensive. However, they're a really common product used as a substrate in reptile terrariums. So kind of like the ground cover in the terrariums. People do use ground walnut shells. So you can find them through pet suppliers, and it's much, much cheaper than buying ground walnut shells, even though they still are ground walnut shells. So I got some from, I think it was petshopdirect.com.au. It was $35 including postage, and they came within, I think it was within 2 days of ordering. So this is the stuff that I got. I won't need to buy any more anytime soon. I've probably got enough to do all the biscornus. It's 5 quarts or 5.5 litres. And it's pure ground English walnut shells. So look out for those. Not all of the reptile substrate was walnut. There were other products too. So you just need to carefully check the ingredients. And this is, yeah, that's all that's in this ground up walnut. So look forward to getting the rest of the koalas stitched and attempting to put this in. I guess I'll use a funnel. We'll see. I'll show you at a later date. Oh, okay. I think that's everything for the retreat. I've just started, keeping some records on my stitching. I'm not really into counting stitches manually anyway. I just prefer to stitch. But I have just been keeping track of what I'm working on just for interest's sake. I bought this diary. It started in October, and then it's all of next year as well. It's really basic. It's just got like a month to a spread. So there's like literally 12 of those. Oh, sorry, there's 15 of those because we started in October. And I've just been writing down what I work on each day. And then also it's got a heap of just plain gridded pages. And on those, I'm writing down the projects I'm working on. I probably could do all of this electronically, but I love paper, pen and paper. There's nothing quite like it. So I'm just literally just putting the name of it, who it's by, what I'm stitching it on, dates, and this one was a finish. And then at the back, just keeping track of finishes, and I'm just doing like a monthly summary. So in October, I stitched for 28 out of 31 days. I stitched on 8 different projects. I had 5 new starts and 1.5 finishes. I'm counting this monthly sale installments as like a half finish. And today's the last day of November, so I already know what I'm stitching on today. So my November stats, if anyone really cares, it's just a fun little way to look back on what you've worked on. I've stitched 29 out of 30 days. And the one day that I missed, I was preparing for Mittagong. I've stitched on 12 different projects this month, which surprised me. Probably a year ago, I would be stitching on the one project all the time, but jumping around all over the place. I don't really know why. I've had 5 new starts, and I've actually had 3.5 finishes in November. So we'll see what December brings. I think that's everything. A big pile of mess to clean up now. Thanks again to everyone who attended the Mittagong retreat. It was great to meet you, and I look forward to keeping in touch and catching up at future retreats. And I'll be back again in a fortnight with a regular stitching update. So I'll see you then. Bye.